Oh, I got a
There
fish.
you go one. Is it?
I have no idea what
That's
it is.
pretty good size, isn't it?
When it's late in the day and the sun's getting low, call me a bigger
Nice one. I think you do have one. That's some fish, Bobby. You gotta catch them pretty fast. The guy don't show up till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Go fishing. Well, I got one too. First hook up is through. Look at that. Look at that. Ah, that's what I'm talking about. God, that's great. Oh my goodness. There's one. I think that might have come off a bed, babe.
He was up close to the bank, wasn't he?
Yeah, right here. I think he might have come off a bed. Fishing Lake Carolina in Alabama today with my wife, Chris. It's cloudy and windy, and if it's cloudy and windy, even though it's crystal clear, Lake Carolina, even though it's crystal clear, I'm gonna start out, whoa, get in the boat. I'm gonna start out with a spinnerbait. Chris just said we've been fishing for about 20 minutes, and Chris just said we might have to drag a worm, and I said, well, we might do that. And all of a sudden, one changed her mind. What color worm do you want, honey?
Well, I don't know yet.
You might just throw your spinnerbait another cast or two.
Maybe.
Early in the morning, windy, cloudy. I don't know anything else to throw but a spinnerbait. I don't care how clear the water is. Well, it's pretty clear though, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Probably right off the...
Hang on.
Oh, there's another one.
Well, shoot.
Well, shoot. She said, hang on, I'm hung up. Well, shoot. Whoa, that's a nice fish right there. That's another nice one. Oh, Jimmy. Woo. You want a motor oil worm or watermelon red? Or what?
They take a white spinnerbait.
Huh? I love it when I catch them and she doesn't. Don't tell her I said that.
I heard that.
I heard that. I hope you start catching them pretty quick, baby doll. There's a bed right there, honey. Throw across that bed. Oh, too late.
Rat.
I didn't throw over at that bed. I'm not a rat. I did not throw at the bed. That fish come out of nowhere and got that bait. I did not throw over that bed. I didn't see that bed till after I'd already thrown.
Or you would have. Huh?
No, I wouldn't. Of course I would not have.
I don't believe it.
50 some odd years of marriage might end today if she don't catch a bass pretty quick.
Oh,
she got one. Oh, she got the female.
I caught it over by that tree.
Yeah, you got the female. Yeah, you let me catch the little bitty male and you caught the big female. Oh, what a gentleman I am to let you do that.
I saw that fish follow it all the way out from the bank.
Really? Isn't that cool when that happens? That's one thing about getting a spinnerbait in clear water. If the sun was shining, we wouldn't be getting a bite right now. And it was calm, one of them beautiful type days, we wouldn't be getting a bite. But spinnerbaits and the wind and clouds, low light, woohoo! I'm going to retie, Lucille. The knot I tie on a spinnerbait is a Jimmy Houston knot, one we developed quite a few years ago working with line testing machines. It's a pure 100% knot. Doesn't matter if you tie it on fluorocarbon or braid or copolymer. I use High Seas Grand Slam. Double your line. If you'll double your line, everything else will get real easy to you. Double your line, run the double line through the eye of the bait. Of course, in a Jimmy Houston spinnerbait, you just got a U-bend there. Drop your bait down. Don't even hold your bait in your hand. Drop it down. You got your line laying on the index finger of your other hand, and lay that over beside it. And then grab a hold of your bait. Now you got 2 sets of double lines. And we'll wrap it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And then this little loop that's created up here by wrapping it, stick the double line. That's what you stuck right through the line of your eye to begin with. Stick it right through that loop. Wet your line a little bit before you cinch it down. Ease it all down. Pull real hard. Pull on that end. Pull on that tag. Put your finger in that little loop. Pretty that knot up. There you go. Here's what you're going to have to cut off. That tag and then that loop. Take your cutters. drifting off right there, close. Don't throw your fishing line in the lake. And there you got a pure 100% Jimmy Houston knot. That's what I tie on a Jimmy Houston spinnerbait.
Can you show me one more time, huh?
Can I show you one more time? Look at that big bed right there.
This portion of Jimmy Houston Outdoors has been brought to you by Mercury Marine. Go boldly. Jimmy Houston Outdoors, America's favorite fishing show, is brought to you by Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. By Mercury Marine, go boldly. By Soft Science, supreme comfort footwear for the angler. By Shell Rotella, the engine oil that works as hard as you do. And by Super Start Batteries, available exclusively at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Ooh, that was pretty.
That one wasn't very close.
He was off the bank. Yeah, he was off the bank a little bit. We come up and eat it right on top, though. It was gorgeous. I changed my spinnerbait color to one of my all-time favorites. I changed to a chartreuse blue and white. And Chris has changed hers to a solid white. And all those colors are good colors to throw. In fact, they're my favorite ones. And the spinnerbaits that we're throwing out here today, the Jimmy Houston Legends bait. But if you'll notice, they've got the round blades. One of the things that we've done is for the Legend series, and it's got my patented famous red eye in there, and we've got the head design that really runs good and true and straight. The round blades create more vibration, and I like a lot of vibration. In this clear water, a lot of times a good rule of thumb in clear water is to create a lot of flash, but this water is really, really clear. We got wind blowing, we got cloud cover, so I want to make a lot of vibration. A lot of these fish are on a bed, and I want these fish to be mad at this bait. I want them to really strike this bait out of just trying to kill it, and that's exactly what they're doing. And they're attacking it real good. But the round blades, it just creates so much vibration. Now, let me tell you something else about round blades. One of the things that we do with the Jimmy Houston Legend spinnerbait is we put relatively light wire in the baits. And we do that for vibration. Again, I think the key thing in spinnerbaits, it's not blade color, it's not blade size, it's not the size of the bait, it's not really the size of the skirt color, it's vibration. You want to create a lot of vibration. The more vibration you have, normally the more bites you get. Now, crystal clear water, and we're fishing pretty clear water, you might want more flash than you have vibration. You might want to even cut that vibration down. But light wire creates more vibration. Round blades create more vibration. Now, there is a drawback to that. You know, fishing is a game of give and take. You know, when you have something positive, it usually will have a negative effect too, you know, like line sizes. You know, you might get a few more bites on lighter line, but then again, you get a great big giant fish on, and he's going to break your line a lot quicker, particularly if he gets hung up in something. So, you know, it's a game of give and take. You know, what are you trying to do? And you're always trying to balance it. And one of the problems you have when you go with round blades, you got so much vibration. Light wire increases vibration. You're going to break a bait a lot sooner. So you need to be really careful, particularly if you tournament fish. I would never, ever start a tournament day without brand new baits. In other words, a brand new bait right out of the package. That's exactly what I want to put on, because round blades are going to break a spinnerbait wire a lot quicker than willow leaf blades. In fact, one of the reasons I believe that a lot of manufacturers have quit making round blades is because it'll break the wire a lot quicker. I mean, it's real simple. But, you know, if I could fish that thing all day and catch 20 or 30 fish on it, I don't mind the wire breaking. I just don't want it to break when it's got a giant bass on the end of it out there, especially in a tournament. It's gorgeous. Man, he come off that wall, baby. I mean, right off of the wall. Good fish, too. Nice fish. Right off of that wall and grabbed it. Look at that guy. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa here, baby. I mean, right off of that wall. I mean, he come right off of it. What a gorgeous strike that was, man. Well, he ate it too. I mean, he's got it way down in there. I like it when they get that thing deep like that. Right, those little break walls like that, obviously, you know, you got a little pocket and a little point. Every time you got a little piece of that break wall, it's an incredibly great place to fish. He pulled the dress down on my little Legend spinnerbait.
Oh, wow, there's a good one.
You got a big one? Oh, yeah.
I know.
Boy, he come right out of that laying down log,
Yes,
didn't he,
he
babe?
did.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh, good fish.
You landed him for me.
I land him. Is that my job?
That's your job.
Don't come back here like they do it on the TV shows.
Oh, sorry. You knocked him off.
I didn't do it. 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 He got away on his own.
That's all right.
5 pounds. 5 pounder. Actually, probably 414. But well, I see them do this on them fishing tournaments on. They get back there and sit down and land those fish.
Jimmy's Look Back is brought to you by Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time.
A few fish on spinnerbaits. We might throw worms or crankbaits, or I don't know what all we're going to throw today. But we ought to be able to catch a few fish, hopefully. What do you think, honey? Think we can catch some?
I sure hope so.
We can catch one anyway, can't we? I know that for a fact. Chris caught a 58-pound flathead down here fishing last year. But that was in June, so I don't think that's going to happen now. We might catch a 58-pound black bass. I'm ready. Yeah, little baby. That's not too big there, honey.
And the little guy running around.
Yeah, he's up there looking around trying to, little male bass up there looking around trying to. Ratton's too small down here. They got to be 14 inches long here on Sam Rayburn. We'll probably be throwing lots of different kind of baits today. I caught that fish on a 3/8 ounce spinnerbait with a little sheepskin trailer back behind it. And that fish is not quite 14 inches long. He's real close to it. We'll probably be throwing jigs, maybe some spots and some long A's, and I don't know what all today. Water's a little bit too cold for worms. Ah! He says, let me back in that water. I don't like it out there in the air. But I don't know what all we'll catch him on. I just hope we catch him, don't you?
I do too.
Wasn't it a beautiful day for February? Wow. I had that right up on top, honey. He come out of that laying down log right there. That water's got to warm about 6 or 7 or 8 degrees up here this afternoon in this shallow water, and when it does, I bet we catch quite a few on spinnerbait. I hope. Ought to be one in that log there, too, if there's one in that other log.
You got one.
I heard him hit that thing. Act like a pretty decent fish where he hit. No, he's about like those I've been catching. Maybe not quite as big as those I've been getting.
I think it's bigger.
He's not as big as those I've been getting.
I think she's the biggest one of the day.
Oh, come on now. Get off of that. I've had several just like that, maybe some bigger.
I don't think so.
He hit that up on top, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so. I was about half asleep.
Half asleep. This is a skill game, isn't it, this bass fishing? Real skill deal. What you're saying is you were very lucky you caught that fish, right?
Well, he's hooked totally on the outside of the mouth, so.
Don't matter which side of the mouth he's hooked on, as long as you got him. You hooked him good, though, didn't you?
He wasn't going to get away.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's beautiful. You know, honey, the 14-inch limit on this lake has really made a difference in, you know, having good numbers of fish in there. That's a male fish there. See how skinny he is? He's like me, instead of like you.
Jimmy's Look Back has been brought to you by Ranger Boats.
First cast at that pow stick, very first throw. Nice one, too. I mean, a nice one, too.
Have you got a sinker on that?
No, I don't have a sinker on it. I got it weightless. Got a 5/0 hook's all I got. Well, I got a bass in addition to the 5/0 hook. Nice fish, too. Biggest fish of the day, maybe.
He looked like it when he jumped.
Huh?
I said he looked like it when he jumped.
Pretty nice fish.
Can't believe you.
Woo! Ah! We've been an hour without a bite or so. throwing crankbait, some square bills, and spinnerbait. I'll pick up, that's a good one. I'll pick up that Lucky Strike pow stick. Ah, first cast, pow! First cast. That's how you remember it. Remember, it's a pow stick, it's pow. They really don't go pow, they just kind of go tick. I got it rigged Texas style, but with no weight on it. Look at there, it's almost totally in two. Look at that. I'm gonna try to get one more fish out.
How close to the bank was he?
Not very close. But this water right here is 13 foot deep right here, so skin hook it back in there. That right there, doesn't matter.
Got one. Woohoo!
Yeah, baby. I think you do got one. I think you do got one. Yeah, you do, baby doll. See if I can get, golly. That tried to kiss me before you got him up here. See if I can get this in for you. You got to get him a little closer. Oh, I'll be dang, he got off. Oh, maybe he didn't.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, what?
Finish him.
Go ahead and finish him. What do you mean finish him? Looks to me like he's pretty finished.
He needs to eat a little more, doesn't he?
Yeah, he needs to eat a little more. He's like me. He's slim and trim. The water's a pretty cold 72 degrees. I may have my Ray Marine set to where the water temperature be a little higher, because I like for the water temperature to be a little higher earlier in the year. Nah, it's 72. Might not. That line all of a sudden just got fast. I was just watching that line laying there on top of the water. I never moved it. I was watching that line on top of the water, and all of a sudden the line just got fast going down through there. Oh, I love it. Golly, I do love it. We started catching smaller ones all of a sudden, baby. I wonder what the deal is on that. Or is that just me catching the small ones?
At least you're catching some.
No, one I had much bigger than that. Got something on here right now. I'll ever catch up with him. He was swimming at the boat. This is your size here. Oh, he might be bigger than yours. I don't know. What do you think?
Mine was bigger.
Yours was bigger? I think that first one I had was bigger than any of those three. I think we're in a little water. I might need to retie my lines all scratched up.
Jimmy Houston Outdoors is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. By High Seas, when the money's on the line. By Jackson Kayak, Advantage Fisherman. By Orion Coolers, never lose your cool. And by Lucky Strike, where preparation and opportunity collide. Houston's Helpful Hints is brought to you by Jimmy Houston High-Tech Performance Fishing Rods.
One of the things that you can always appreciate in bass fishing is that fish are always able to be caught. We don't always know how to catch them, and certainly I don't always know how to catch them at all. But you can always catch them, and the key is that you kind of have to think about what's going on and change as the day goes on. This is a moving target out there, and they're not just a moving target. It's not just a moving target because they're swimmers. It's a moving target because things are changing throughout the day. Today we had dark, cloudy, windy weather early this morning. It was pretty cool, and we were able to catch fish really on a spinnerbait, kind of at will. We caught a lot of really nice fish, but then the sun popped out a time or two, and when it did, the spinnerbait bite just 100% turned off. We went to the little square bill crankbaits, the little RC2s, and we just slammed them on those. It's just like, this is going to work for the rest of the day. And then we hit a period of time after lunch in the middle of the afternoon when we fished for about an hour and a half, and we started switching around baits and changing around and couldn't really figure out what was going on. It looked like that you're just in a period of time when the fish was not biting at all. Listen to me. Don't ever fall into that trap that they've just got lockjaw. I fall into it just like everybody else, but they can be caught. Keep changing around. I put that old pow stick on without a weight, a big number 5 Daiichi hook, and very first cast, caught one 3 or 4 pounds. Now, that was lucky to catch one the first cast because it kept us on it, and we've absolutely worked them over throughout the day. So be willing to change. If you look at my front of my boat at any time, you'll see 7 or 8 or 9 rods, a lot of different lures laying up there. We're constantly looking for new ways to catch them. And honestly, a lot of times when we're catching them, we still change to see if we can catch them on something else. So be willing to change, and you'll catch a lot more bass under any conditions.
Well, it's late in the day and the sun's getting low. Caught me a big one, but I let him go. I sure had fun just watching him stretch my line.